It's weird, but I still can see Kyle's ass.
Like, it's prime time. Coming up on the Summer House After Show.
Rate your sex life with
2.5.
what?
Really?
1 to 10?
I was like, Carl, I'm taking a shower. And he just was like, okay.
It is lonely as being married to you.
Damn, you say it like that. That kind of hurts.
In retrospect, if I had just like apologized profusely, would have been much better, but I probably still would have been in the doghouse.
Yeah, there wasn't a single photo of me.
In the camera roll.
Yeah.
Send her a dick pic then. I don't know.
I don't know.
I have felt like that with Lindsay in the past. Like, she never took pictures of us.
When guys sit like this, is this an immediate ick?
Okay, here are Gabby's icks.
When men use umbrellas, I think that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Umbrellas are for girls.
If he throws up.
Like a struggling to whistle.
Interesting, that's a good one.
If he wears hats.
When they get really excited about something.
If he has gross luggage. The Summer House After Show starts right now.
Is a guy crossing their legs an immediate ick?
I would say so. It was an ick that was unlocked that I didn't even know I had. I didn't like it.
Is this an immediate ick? Or would you prefer them sit like this?
I actually like when guys do that.
You do?
Because it makes me feel like they're comfortable in their own skin and they don't give a like they're just kind of like, this is how I want to sit.
Yeah. I mean, my boyfriend sews, so.
I get it's comfortable. There's just something about when I immediately saw it, I didn't like it.
What? And think about his nuts being squeezed in that swimsuit and crossing his legs?
Yeah, it was uncomfortable
That's insane.
for me.
That's actually insane.
What other immediate icks are there?
They come up, you never know when
Immediate
it's gonna hit
ick.
you.
Do you want me to bring up my list?
You have it. I want to read these icks.
Do you want? Okay.
Oh, when Carl and Jesse were talking about like the volleyball team they used to be on, I don't know why, but that gave me an ick.
Sometimes
it was 20 years ago. Get over it. I don't like when people talk about
College
like
or
that.
high school.
I played in high school.
I played in high school, captain.
But we're in our 30s, so who cares?
And
That gave me an ick.
yeah.
Okay, here are Gabby's icks. Lacks ambition. Did you add that after summer?
No, but it's always been fun. Sometimes I think a guy who can't whistle, like a struggling to whistle.
Interesting. That's a good one.
Yeah, struggling to whistle.
Only owns one set of bedding.
Yeah.
When men use umbrellas, I think that's
Yeah,
disgusting.
yeah.
Umbrellas are for girls.
Uses 3-in-1 grooming products. What does that even mean?
Like shampoo, body wash, and conditioner.
Oh.
When they're in a rush and they're like
flustered?
Yeah, like
They're
if
flustered?
they're flustered, it's
Yeah.
like that's an ick.
DJs. So Kyle's out for you.
Yeah, well, Kyle's out with the mullet, but like that, whatever.
So we're gonna add mullet to the ick list.
If they bend down to tie their shoes, I don't like that.
Bend at the knees. Bend at the knees, don't bend at the hips.
Yeah,
like,
don't
go
bend
all
at
the
the
way
hips.
down.
If they're cheap,
Yeah, disgusting.
agreed.
When they are cutting their nails, do it in the bathroom. I don't need to see
Oh,
it.
I have
don't
one, yeah.
like that.
When they're breathing,
it's in, it's out, it's
like,
constant.
yeah.
Likes or engages in fantasy football.
Absolutely. No. Smelly, when they smell.
Has long nails, agree.
Oh my
agreed.
God.
Like, get a manicure,
Like,
boys.
it's weird. Like, you're.
When they get really excited about something, I don't like it.
Has a gaming chair.
Thinking about them posting on Instagram stories and
Yeah.
adding a location and then tilting the location,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Takes selfies, takes photos alone. I agree, unless they're drunk and they're trying to be cute.
Honestly, taking pictures.
For girls,
Like, when
it's
guys.
for girls.
Like,
Let's huddle up.
Pose
No.
for a picture.
If they say, will you take this picture of
Yeah.
us? No.
If he throws up, if he wears hats, if he has gross luggage, if he thinks he's funny, if he litters, agreed. If they like cats.
Gross.
Is there any guy in your life
What?
that...
Don't do this.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Jesse's home. I don't know. Okay.
Andrea starts a game with some of the ladies at the house.
Anything with Andrea related is about to be
Very
sex.
sexual.
He loves to go in detail and share.
Yeah, it's an ick, honestly.
Honestly, rate your sex life with your current partner scale 1 to 10.
2.5.
What?
Really?
1 to 10?
You have to have sex. I mean, we had sex today, but it was the first time in a couple weeks. No one came, but...
No one came?
No.
You didn't come? He didn't come?
To be honest, what the does a man have to get in his head about? They literally have to try not to come. Like,
yeah. They're fighting a different fight
They're
than
fighting
us.
a different fight.
Yeah.
Like having
Okay,
sex and
here's
no
the
one
thing.
coming
Here's
is
the thing.
tragic.
Listen, if I'm only having sex every 2.5 weeks, this is a 2.5 out of 10.
But okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you were having
You
sex,
got confused with the question because
my thing.
Andrea is Italian.
I think you got confused because if I'm having sex every 2.5 weeks, but it's great sex, my score would not be 2.5 out of 10.
Correct. Well, I mean,
So it's not. You know, it's not about the frequency.
It was about the frequency.
It was about the quality.
The
You're talking about the quality of the sex. Because if you were having, like, knock your wig off, mind-blowing sex every 2.5 weeks, you know that score would be different.
correct.
Okay.
Well,
next.
I mean, I think in hindsight, now looking at it, yeah, like the sex, I think for us it was just challenging for us to find the intimacy, I think, wrapped around a lot of the conflict and tension that we had. I don't recall the sex being at the top of her list of issues at couples therapy. I think it's a direct result of the challenges we were having.
no, do you know how many times I've been rejected?
Stop.
Like,
he was like, no.
I'm actually annoyed about it now thinking about it. Like, I opened the back door from the kitchen to the outside, and I was like, Carl, I'm taking a shower. And he just was like, okay. And I was like, hello?
gonna be naked and
Like, this is like, I'm obviously not gonna be like, Carl, come me. Like, why do I need, like, most men are gonna be like,
pick up the hint.
okay.
Pick up the hint.
I recall a lot of times I was very interested in having sex and she wasn't. There was times she was tired and that's fine. Like I didn't bitch and moan. I didn't call Kyle and go, Lindsay, you wanna have sex with me? Like I just kind of work through it and try to deal with stuff at couples therapy and try to be honest about it. It is what it is.
I mean, look,
Yeah.
I can completely relate. If your relationship isn't in the greatest place, yeah, you're not having great sex.
No.
Let's just call it how it is. Like, it's not like the movies. You don't like get in a fight and then in the bathroom. Like, it just doesn't, I mean, maybe
Some
once in a
people
blue
might.
moon, but like, that's just not normal. That's just not how it
Yeah.
really goes down.
Kyle tells you he's hurt that Amanda doesn't have any photos of him on her phone.
Yeah.
He's sad because
No, it
Amanda
was-
doesn't have any photos of him on his phone.
Yes.
Her phone was on the sink, and I opened it up, and there wasn't a single photo of me.
In the camera roll?
Yeah,
Yeah, and that hurt your feelings.
yeah.
Send her a dick pic then. I don't know.
I was trying to be as sympathetic as I could be, but I
He was
couldn't
crying?
muster it up.
I don't know why I was so hung up on the fact that, like, she never takes any photos of us, but I guess, I don't know, we live in this like social world and she makes zero effort to ever get a photo of us. And it's weird, but like, it's very noticeable. Like there isn't a moment where she thinks, oh, let me get a picture of my husband. And that just like after year after year after year, that just kind of like, it does make me feel small and it makes me feel like she's never thinking about me. And that compounds when I feel like anything or I do or say irritates her.
All you do is spend time in your office.
Sometimes she comes off as if she doesn't even like or love me.
Like, you look like an asshole.
Amanda.
No, I'm mad. I'm so mad. I don't even want to go out
What
right
the
now.
is your problem?
You don't take pictures of us because you don't want to be around me. Like, that's how it feels.
I've heard this from him before. My phone is full of photos of my dogs. Like, when I'm out, I'm not thinking to take my phone out for photos unless someone is like, let me take a photo of you, or it's on their phone. Most of my like photo dump stuff isn't even of people, or it's photos other people took of me.
I don't even post my boyfriend. It's moments like this where people are like, Paige is a cold-hearted bitch.
I want to feel like I'm like on the same page with Amanda.
I know what you should do. Stop being such a dick.
I'm not a dick.
And they would be correct. Because like, I can't take that seriously. Like, she doesn't have any photos of you on the phone. Like,
I'm still so
What photos do you
confused.
want
I'm
of
still
yourself
so
on her
confused.
phone?
And I'm also not the person to, like, in the middle of doing something, be like, oh, let's stop and take pictures together. Like, I'm more living in the moment.
Yeah, but I feel like it coincides with his lonely comment.
It's lonely as being married to you because you don't talk to me.
I think he really needs to talk, like, go to therapy and talk to someone. Like, he needs to, like, he has so much I think he needs, like, vent and get out. And I prefer he didn't do it all on national television because it's not, like, 100% accurate, but everyone that watches it holds it against me. It's like whatever Kyle says is the truth. If he says I'm lazy,
Done with it. I hear the same thing from him all day, all the time. You don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do this, you don't do that. It's like, I'm just like so over it with him.
Which everyone reminds me every single day that I'm lazy.
Yeah.
The whole entire world. Because my husband sees me that way.
I mean, obviously Kyle can be an emotional guy at times. I think what I gather sometimes though, like if something like that happens, like you come home late and she's frustrated.
Just because I go out to 4 in the morning once a month is not a reason to hate me.
There's always someone else to meet up with. There's always somewhere else to go.
I think it does maybe like, it could extend into like feelings of other things too. Like she doesn't take enough pictures or it gets like looped into like that moment. But I mean, that is sad. I will just add, I have felt like that with Lindsay in the past. Like she never took pictures of us. Like it was me that was always taking the pictures and like trying to like show her that I care and providing pictures for her and being like the stage dad. Like I took a lot of pride in like making sure I had the pictures and getting stuff of us. But on the flip side, I don't think I felt like that in return. She was more focused on taking pictures of just herself.
He's not a dog.
She definitely
Also,
has more
like, how
pictures.
creepy. She's not just randomly taking photos of you. Also, like, you're not the star. Take photos of her.
I'm sorry, but I can't with a guy crying because there's not enough pictures of him on his girlfriend.
I'm just thankful
on his
Craig wasn't
wife's
there because
phone.
he would have chimed right in.